Welcome to Being Social TV. My name is Praveen, and today we'll have the fifth session from Mr. Vinod on the shares and
You able to see the
investments.
screen and
Thank you.
get my voice? Are you able to hear me?
Please subscribe to Being
Yes,
Social TV and
Great.
like on the Facebook. Bye.
Fine, we'll start now. Very good morning to all. This is, I think, the fifth session.
good morning.
A lot of sessions, what we have done earlier, all those sessions, webinar recordings we have shared in the group and also mailed to everybody in case you haven't received. You can just speak to Praveen. You can send a message to him. He'll do it. Or you can also go to the YouTube channel. You'll get all those recordings. Fine. So this session, I'm going to speak about using the charts. That will be the first point. Second point will be how to set up the chart features. Third point will be how to use the multiple time frame charts. One thing you people have to understand is when you're using the charts, please try to use it in a proper fashion so that whatever analysis we are doing, it will be very effective. Uh, for those who are in this BS stocks and investments group, on Monday or Tuesday, I was suggesting that be cautious with the market because I'm not comfortable with the charts. Right? That is because the charts were suggesting some sort of what do you call situation of overheating or overbought. Overbought. So that overbought zone has created some sort of saturation or some sort of exhaustion, we call technical terms like exhaustion, all those things. So that told me that we need to be cautious. So that has given a huge reaction after some time, and stocks have reacted more than 20%, 30% in certain cases, right? You have seen those corrections, and whatever it is, whether the stocks which we were trying to tell you, those stocks I was saying you get out of those positions at the right time. I was saying that this is the price at which you need to exit. This is the final target. And later, a lot of people were asking me, can I the suggested stocks like NIO or the Royal Caribbean Cruises or SPG, all those things. I said, just hold on, there's some more expected corrections. So that is because the multiple time frame charts and the overall charts itself was giving some sort of exhaustion signal or as a overbought zone. All know that you uh, had been using these websites or charts for quite some time, and you all know that the markets have really got overheated in the last few days. We know, but what is that the right level from where you should see that I need to get out of the stock or I need to book my profit? That situation, that level, most of us, it is very difficult to identify. But if you are using the charts carefully and do it, at least you get some sort of a confirmation that, yes, we have reached an exhaustion stage. Anytime things can fall. We need to be clear about it, right? A lot of times I have been telling you, whether it is exhausted or whatever, I've been telling you that, you should use trading ranges. I've been giving a lot of ranges of the security, irrespective of whatever is the situation. If you feel the market is over negative, you can go to the second bottom level of that particular range and then you start trading it. Okay, for example, if you could see SPG was 100, what is that? Meat, beyond meat to 116 was an important level. So we need to look at what is the best level to do it. Maybe I'll just show you the levels. When I search for SPG here and just show you some levels where how to look at the situation. Sorry, I should take meat levels. Just give me 1 minute. When I'm indicating certain levels, we are using those levels uh, to find out what are the points, important levels where we will get some sort of a critical demand or supply of shares. Okay, till it is above 110, 116, it's positive. You would have seen even when the market corrected, 116 was the point from where demand was again coming in, and finally it reached a level of 158 zones and all. So when you're using these levels, these trading levels, they'll give you enough guidance for you to trade better, right, irrespective of the market conditions. Okay, so as soon as the security goes below 110, 116, your view should change, right? But when it is at around 155, 158 range, you need to be cautious, you need to be careful about that levels. So how do I know? Beyond Meat is a company which I don't even know anything. Who is the management? Nothing I know. But at least I understand what are the demand zones, or what do you call supply zones, using the charts and analyzing the levels where supply of shares are taking place and demand of shares are taking place, right? Though I went into some details about the fundamentals of that particular company. So what I suggest is, first, when you take a security, just mark the levels on the charts so that it becomes easy for you to do it. Before doing that, what I would suggest is use multiple time frame charts comparison. You have to use comparison. That will give you a clear condition of what is the picture doing. Now first I'll set up a chart for you. I'm just going to investing.com. Let's say I'm talking about meat, Beyond Meat, okay, or Apple, whatever you want to see. Let me check Beyond Meat. Now this is the chart what you see, and those who are trading using your mobile, doesn't matter, because even on mobile, investing.com app is available for your kind information. Whenever I'm outside or when I'm busy with some other work, I can't use my laptop, or I'm not in a position to access the laptop and all, I use my investing.com app and then check the charts. You can see the charts even on mobile. So what you do is go for the chart, okay, technical chart. Be comfortable with all these things. You need to be more accessible. It's a free chart. It's a free chart. Okay, so more accessible here. Then go to, okay. You can see this is the full screen of the chart now. I am putting on candlesticks. Doesn't matter. You can put just on the candlestick part, right? This is the candlestick part. Now you can see this is a daily chart. 1D. 1D indicates it's a daily chart. Okay. 1H indicates an hourly chart. Okay. Now what is a daily chart? What is an hourly chart? When I talk about a daily chart, what I mean is each candle, or the prices that are plotted on this particular candle, are the prices between which the security has traded on that particular day. That's the 12th June. When you see the date here, when I keep the cursor, you can see the date on the down, 12th June. So this is the 12th June chart, right? Now, if I go to the left, you can see it is a 11th June chart. What does that mean? Whatever prices that this particular security has traded on 11th June, that is plotted as a candle here. Now, when I go a little more left, this is a 10th June chart, right? So whatever prices this security has traded on 10th June, that prices are plotted as a candle here. Okay, so this is a daily chart. Okay, but daily chart are used for getting a broader picture of the trend, momentum of the security, all those things, right? Security has traded, that is the stock. Traded means people keep buying and selling, right? So that is the trading. Security means the stock. So here the security is Beyond Meat. So this is the security. Okay, so for those who are new, shares, stocks, security. generally in stock market, we keep using this terminology. All are same. Okay. Then trade means buy, sell. So when you're doing some buying and selling, that means you're doing some selling, trading, right? Trading the securities means you're buying and selling the stocks. In our case, the security we are speaking is about Beyond Meat company. Okay, so this security share prices are moving up and down, that because buying and selling is taking place in that particular security. So whenever the buying and selling activity that has taken place on this particular day, that is the 12th June, it is plotted here. Whatever the activity that has taken place is plotted here on this particular chart. Now, if you go to the left candle, this is the security of Beyond Meat that has been involved in buying and selling between this price range on 11th of June. I'm making it clear to everybody. Is it clear what I'm trying to tell you? Is it making sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay, if you have anything, you can just put on the chat also. And a lot of people have already joined that particular program, which is starting on June 20th. Okay, please be clear on these points, right? Because if you have any doubts and all, we can again clarify, which is starting on 20th June, right? But keep and understanding these things better now, so that you can absorb the concepts when we explain in the and more comfortable, right? Those who are, just mute your buttons. I'll just mute it here. If you want to speak, you can just switch on your mic and speak. Okay, till then I'm just muting it for easy convenience. I'm muted. Right. So this is a daily chart. So daily chart is generally used to understand the overall picture of the stock performance. Now, for example, if I see this particular stock from the last few days, if you could see, this is a trend line. Okay, this is a trend line feature that is available on the chart. So what I do is I just join this, the highest point from where there has been supply of shares. Okay, I'm just joining these things. Okay, from here there has been some correction in the price. From here also there is a correction in the price. From here also there is a correction in the price. So I took the outer levels from where the price is corrected, and then I've tried to plot the line, which I call it as a trend line, right? I'm taking one more trend line, and again I'm joining the bottoms, that is the extreme bottoms of the price of the security. Now you could see the overall picture looks like it is in an uptrend. It is in a channel, right? It is in a channel.
Red omelette with a crispy.
The security is just moving up and down like this. Okay, so this line level, price level, indicates some sort of a demand zone, and this indicator supply zones. So what can be the next supply zone? It can be somewhere here 170, 175. When I take a bigger picture and when I'm taking a daily chart. If I want to understand a shorter term picture, then I go to a lower time frame chart. Okay, here I'm just mentioning it here. A daily chart plots price range, that is buy, sell, price levels. That's what it means, range means. Okay, on a given day. So daily price ranges, price moves, I would say price moves of the security on a chart. This can be in terms of candlesticks. Can be in terms of candlesticks, doesn't matter. So you can use.
So when we are considering that line, right, are we considering from the trading hours total day?
Yes. Per day.
Okay, 9 to 5. Okay.
For multiple days. This is for multiple days.
Okay.
Want to take the price action of a particular day or last few hours, then you go for an hourly chart. Right now you can see the hourly chart. So I'll just put it here. It's a daily chart. So as far as I know, most of you are very short term or intraday trader. Maybe some people are also buying and holding for quite some time, right? So you can use a daily chart if you're looking for a little longer term picture so that you understand better levels to enter, and also use the hourly chart, which also will give you day in day out hourly basis what are the points from where security demand or security supply of shares, right? Hourly chart plots the price range in a given. This is an hourly chart. Okay, hourly chart, hourly price moves the security given on a chart. Now we are using a candlestick.
Why did you have so much time?
Now, what is this hourly chart? I will just explain. You can just zoom in, zoom out using this plus and minus. They are generally not visible, but when you go and put your cursor here, you can see the symbols. Then accordingly, you can zoom in. Now, what you need to do is put the cursor here on the last candle. Okay. Your
Going to six.
No.
No. It's, okay, already. People, can you guys put me mute? You guys keep on disturbing.
yeah. Right. So this is a candle which is indicating the price movement of the security beyond meat, which is given here. And this price movement belongs to the last hour of previous trading session, right? So that means the low in that particular hour has been 143 and the high has been 145. So this has moved between this particular price range. Buying and selling took place in that particular hour. Now, when I go to the previous candle, this belongs to the previous hour. Like that, in a day, there's generally about 6.5 hours we trade, right? So for each hour, there is one particular candle, right? Now, when I go beyond this 6 to 7 candles, this set of another 6-7 candles belong to the trading that has taken place yesterday, the previous trading session. This is, for example, this is Friday and these are Thursday. Okay, when you keep the cursor here, you can see at the bottom the date and the time. You can see here 12 o'clock, 11th June. Okay, when I keep the cursor here, you can see 12 o'clock, 12th June. So this is an hourly chart. Okay, this is an hourly chart. So hourly chart is also fair enough to use it, but for short-term or intraday trader, my suggestion is you go and use a very shorter time frame chart where your trade enter and exit is faster. Because if you see in the first 1 to 2 hours, the market is very, very active. In that particular 1 hour or 2 hour, if you complete your trade, nothing like it. So what you need to do is you can go for a 5-minute chart. Okay, it's a 5-minute chart. So every candle denotes the price action in that given 5 minutes. Okay, is it clear to everyone now? I'll speak about the colors of the candle, but is it clear? Is it making sense? Are you able to make it out?
Yeah. But one thing is there are different kind of trades like puts, calls, and all, and for general traders. Which chart we need to use, hourly, daily, and how we need to accommodate that?
Yeah. you use 5 to 10 minutes candles. Tell about what are the time frame for you people, because I'm taking this session into consideration based on people who are going to trade for a very short while, and who are interested in making a trade on an intraday basis. Intraday basis, that means you want to trade when the market is open and then complete off your trade by end of the day, right? Even if you want to carry forward for a day or two, doesn't matter. You can use this time frame charts, which will give you a better entry and exit. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Great. Now the chart what we are seeing on the screen, it's a 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. Okay, now how do I read these candles? How do I read these candles? This is a red color candle. This is a green color candle, right? What does that red color candle indicate is, in this given 5 minutes time frame, the security has first traded at this price, that is 144.94 paisa. So this is called the opening price of the candle. This particular level, which shows 144.73 on the right side, you can see here, this indicates the closing price. That is the last transacted price of the security beyond meat in that 5 minute. Okay, I'll just put all the data for you. It will make it more clear. This is the open. And low. So I'll just adjust it properly. You can see this. This is the opening price of the candle. This is the closing price of the candle. This is the lowest price of the candle. Okay. So what I'll do is, so opening price, closing price, low price, and this is the high price. So I'll put high, the highest price. In that particular 5 minutes, since the price has started at a higher price in that 5 minutes and closed at a lower price, that is the last transaction that 5 minute took place here, the price is negative. So we see a sort of a negative candle here, right? When I take a green candle, this is a starting price. That's the opening price. This is the lowest that 5 minutes, and this is the highest price in that given 5 minutes, and that is the last price transacted in that 5 minutes also. That's why your high and close is almost same. So I'll just put it here. This is the high and close. Okay, this is the high and close, and this is the opening price. So you can put all the text from the feature given here. This is the open, and the low. This is how you read. So green candle indicates a positive move, red candle indicates a negative move. Okay, so when you see the red candle, you should understand that is because when the prices are changing in the market, accordingly that price changes are plotted as a candle on a particular chart. Okay, maybe once when I try to take a session during market hours, okay, maybe I'll see if I can do it on Wednesday or so. I can just show you all these candles in the live market, how the prices are changing. But generally during market hours, You people are very busy talking about buying and selling and which stock to buy and all. That's why I didn't want to disturb much. So when you see in the market hours, what you can do is during market hours, when the market is open, you can just go to this website, or even you can use your brokerage terminal like your Robinhood or E-Trade or whichever, Fidelity or Ameritrade, whatever you're using. In that you can use that particular chart, okay, and see how the changes of this can take place. And you can compare it with the prices that are happening on the screen on your trade terminal. You can compare it. As the prices are changing, when the transactions are taking place, the candle formations keep happening like this. So when I see that there is a green candle forming, that is the body of this candle is green, that means we look at it as a more positive thing happening in the situation on the security. When we see there's a red candle forming, we see that it is a negative situation that is taking place in the current scenario, right? Now, how to trade and all, if you're looking at a simple trade, I can suggest is when the stocks have gone down, okay, when the stocks have gone down, you can see a green candle, irrespective of whatever is the style of the candle. Whenever the high of this candle crosses, you can take a buy, right? And keep your stop loss below the low of this candle. I can just put it here for you. Okay, at this particular point, I can take a buy. I'm just giving you a very crude form of trading as a layman style of trading. Okay. So this is the buy and this is the stop loss. Okay. Now what can be a target? You can just take theoretically up to 1% or so, or you can wait up to the previous candle high, right? It can be taken as a first level, which it can reach. This you can take it as a second level. This you can take it as a third level, right? Now what I am doing for you is, what candles are forming at whatever zone, I'm giving you certain price ranges where you can trade, For example, you can see I've given a range of our Beyond Meat at 145. Next is 147.50. Next is 150, right? Just remember these four figures, 139, 145, 147, 150. Now go and see what is the low here, 143, right? I told you to buy either at 139 or 145. Let us say you bought at, see, you can 145, exactly from 145 it started coming down. It's acting as a crucial zone. What is the level I told to buy? 143. You can see at 143 even the candlestick is giving a buy. You can see the price at the right side. Okay, you can see this buy at this particular level, exactly from 143 the price has gone up, right? I indicated what are the prices I indicated. Let me see once again. 139, 145, 147.50. So exactly from 145 it was reacting back, right? From 139 it is supposed to go to 145. So from 143 it went to 145. So what you need to do is, when you are seeing the chart, keep these levels side by side so that you understand where to buy, where to sell. Okay, and if you're not having the levels, whenever the security falls, okay, and then it forms some sort of a green candle at the lower end and starts crossing this green candle high, take here, keep a stop loss below this. That means I am buying here at 143.65. My stop loss is 143. Okay, I'll just put the prices also here. 143.60.
Hey Vinod, quick question, Vinod.
Yeah.
So when we are trading like this, right, when you see the green candle there, how do you
Yeah.
know it's going to up or down from there? Because, when we're doing a day trading, we really don't know it's going up and up. Because, if you see, there are a lot of green candles before also there.
So what you need to do is, whenever there is a decent correction, like for example, you should know what is the amount of the security moves in a day. For example, if I'm not wrong, Beyond Meat moves about $5 to $10 a day, right? if it is very near to good correction of almost $5 to $6 or $7, you can look at such candles and pick it up. What you can also do is you can also see the volumes. I think in the last session, if you have referred to my previous webinars, in the previous webinars, I was telling that, whenever the prices are going down with a lower volume, it's a positive sign. So just ensure that, how are the previous volumes? When prices are going down, that is when the candles are red and the volumes are low. And when there is a green candle, the volumes are higher comparatively, that something positive is taking place. Okay, if you take that into consideration, you can take a buy at a higher level when it crosses the high, keep your stop loss here and trail for a couple of dollars. Okay,
Got it.
since the second point is I'm using a 5-minute chart. So when the bullish price action, bullish in the sense positive price action, the chance can just move $1 or $2 and then later it can cool down. So you can use that momentum, that volatility to trade and come out faster. This you can consider doing such situations. So for your kind information, whoever have not attended the previous charts, just those previous seminars, we've already discussed about how to understand the volumes with respect to the price. That formula, that system, if you establish well, you will be able to understand. See, the idea is you need to become independent yourself. You should not depend on others. If I try to tell this is very bullish, you buy and all, you may be buying some few shares and then, but if you're confident of the situation, you'll do it more smartly and you'll do with bigger volumes and you'll be more comfortable and confident. So you need to learn these things to become more comfortable and take decisions at a given crucial zones. That's where the whole profitability and success of your trading lies. And seeing this 5-minute chart, okay, what you can also do is now that you understood that the first logic, okay, I'll just summarize what I did so that you don't miss the track. First is I'll just put it as a strategy so that this session is some use for you. The strategy is, first is good security. Good security is good company, whichever company you like, whichever you feel is good. Okay, as per your fundamentals or news or developments or your knowledge or your experience. You have selected a good security, right? Now what you're doing is you're using a 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart you're using. What is the chart you're going to use? Candlestick. Okay, if you don't know how to set up the candlestick, here, this is a candlestick chart. Suppose if it is like this, change it to like this. Okay. Now, third thing what you're going to see is, let's say, previous candles and volumes are low. This condition. What is the next condition? Now, a green candle with good volume, clear volumes in green candle to red candle. This is the zone. Okay. Now what to do? When price, the green candle high, buy. What is the stop loss? Green candles low. Low. Slightly lower than low. Not exactly low, slightly lower than the low. Suppose if it is 143, put as 147. Sorry, 143, 142.75. Now you understood what is the high, low, open, all this, right? This is the high. Okay, this is the open. This is the close. This is the low. The low is 143. So your stop loss should be 142.75. I'll just put it here. I'll share this sheet also on the WhatsApp groups and also try to mail it out. Okay. Yeah. So I bought
So
it
what
365. I
I
put
have
my
one
loss
question.
at 142.75. Keep trailing slowly up to the recent high, which is 144.50. Try to trail. Try to wait till it comes here. And when it is in between, flickering, you are a little nervous, then shift your stop loss to 143.65 so that you are safe. You are not under stress. Now, when you are doing this sort of strategy and trade, do with decent quantity because you need to get the skill of using the strategy well. Because a couple of times when I was trying to teach the strategy, they understood well. They were trying to do with big volumes. They were becoming very nervous. The reason is, they were not clear about what will happen after we take the trade. So they were a little confused. So what I suggested is do with small quantity. First observe, do few trades, make it more consistent in applying this technique. And as you get decent trades, then you can start thinking about increasing the quantity. That will ensure that you are comfortable trading this particular strategy. No, don't put percentage in this particular place. Try to put it as per the low. If you put percentage basis, it may not work. Only in the case of uh, only in the case of what you call normal security price, you can do it. Otherwise, you can just keep it like a little below this particular low. That can be easy to understand. Okay, follow, right? So your target will be somewhere very near to the previous high. So here I am looking at a security which is a good security. The conditions are very, very clear. The conditions are very, very clear. You should do this way. So what is the target? Price near to recent high. You can check. This way you can do it. Now the point is, will this really work? Can I really understand whether it will work? You want to follow. So just remember this screen. I'll just save this screen before I change the screen. Now in 1-minute chart, I decided to go ahead and trade this security this manner. This is my decision. Okay, this is my decision I made. I'll just share it here. I'll just put it on this Excel. Here, I'll pasted it, right? Now that will not go anywhere. Now what I'm going to do is, I want to see whether I will be successful. I want to see that. If I buy at 143.65, I'll be successful. What I need to do is, you can increase the time frame to 15 minutes. Okay. Let me see what was the time when we are getting the entry, because the entry time is not clear to me. Let me see here. Oh, I did not get the entry time. I'll go back to the 5-minute chart again. Okay, fine. I can do this also. I can do the same thing. Yeah, you can see the button here. 143.65 is showing this particular indication here. Okay. So what it is doing is, it is giving me a sort of a red candle here. Okay. And the volumes are lower, right? And it is trying to pull back from this low. It's trying to pull back. Okay. And later the green candle started forming. Okay. Now I'll just increase this time frame further to see whether how is the situation in the 30-minute chart. Now, if you could see, the buy signal is not changing here, but if I see the 30-minute candle chart, you can also see a green candle here, okay, and a decent volume also, and this high is crossing here. So as per the 30-minute candle, I have a buy around 143, 143.50, right here at this particular point. And the same entry I'm getting even in the 5-minute chart. This is what I'm saying is, when you're looking at a chart, try to use multiple time frame charts. That is, how is the view? Because if you're looking at trading a 5-minute time frame scenario, somebody is looking to trade with a few hours scenario. Somebody is looking to trade based on what you call a longer time frame scenario, right? They will use hourly chart. They'll use hourly chart. Okay. Some people use daily chart. right? Whatever you do with minimum 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, at least 3 time frame charts. You observe how is the situation and then take the trade accordingly. The success of this trade will be better. If I see only 5 minute chart and take this trade, the possibilities I may win. But if I want to improve my success rate, then I would like to go and see on a higher time frame chart whether it is still worth looking at such particular situation or not. Okay. Now, if you see in this particular hourly chart, I'll just put a horizontal line. I'll just put a horizontal line here. Okay, at this particular zone. If you could see in the previous history, it's always been going higher and higher from this particular 140 zone. And I'm trying to buy at 143, which is almost a good sign, because in the historical scenario in the hourly chart also, there has been a decent rise from this particular zone. So rather it is okay for me to consider taking a trade at this particular point with my whatever stop loss on a 5 minute chart. It doesn't make any sort of much of a problem for me in the current scenario. So higher time frame charts and multiple time frame charts are more reliable to give you a better picture of the security and how it is going to do. And this technique, what I'm talking about, multiple time frame technique, is used by a lot of what do you call professional traders. Professional traders always use multiple time frame charts and take the view whether to go long or go short. Okay, so this is what we call it as a fractal nature of charts. Now, I will show you some interesting picture. SPY ETF. Okay. Now, when is Monday? Monday was somewhere 8th. Okay, let's go to 8th date. Yeah, 8th date. Okay. Now, you can see my messages in the group. Yeah, minute. Too many messages. That is on 8th June. Here. Okay, please be alert. SPY nearing all-time high. Markets expect volatility next few days. Okay. This was the view I was able to carry. One of the reason is, now I'll go and show you on the chart why I was saying be cautious, be alert. You can see 8th June is where the SPY is almost at the topmost point. After that, you can see the reaction. Okay, see the reaction, right? Now, if you could see the set of channel, you can also see the channel here. Okay. What is happening overall, even if I take this particular zone. Okay. You could see, there has been a sell-off here. There has been a sell-off here. There's a possibility that, there can be further sell-off here. And even when the prices are going up, I can just zoom it up for you. Even when the prices are going higher and higher, you can see in the red candles, the volumes are very strong. And when it's going higher and higher, the volume levels are not so great compared to this particular volume on the red candle. So this is, and if you could see the upside move, generally, I'll just disclose one important secret, which is generally used by Elliott wave traders. Okay, I'm just explaining it to you now. I'll take a little higher time frame chart to explain this. Okay. Normally what happens is in the market, you generally have three legs. One, correction. Two, correction. Three. So whenever a third leg completes, it is time for the market to go for profit booking. This is what happens in the market. Now I'll go back to the hourly chart again. Okay. Now I'll just remove all these pictures. And even if you could see the SPY or RCL or even the SPG, RCL, all those things at the right time, if you can see my messages, at the right time I asked to exit. 95 to 100, please exit SPG. At 70 to 75, please exit RCL. All these levels had been given exactly from that level, things were falling. The reason is they are getting to an exhausted zone. When they are getting to exhausted zone, the trends will start getting into profit booking, right? When the profit booking takes place, whatever the recent move it has taken place, at least part of it, it will react enough. And in the recent past, the rise has been abnormal. So automatically the reaction will be at least respectable. This is the reason why I was alerting people, be careful, be alert, be alert, be alert. Market is going to react, market is going to react down. All those things I was trying to say that be alert and all. The reason is this, if you are not alert here, people can keep an alert on their platforms, all those things. All these things already run up a lot, Be careful. Everywhere I'm been alerting because this rise has been very strong. So profit booking will take place. So you have to keep understanding these things better. Now I put in an hourly chart. Now I go and check in a 30-minute chart. The same picture is visible on a 30-minute chart also. Even on a 30-minute chart, the red candles are having huge volumes. Now I go and see on a 15-minute chart. Even on a 15-minute chart, things were abnormal. That is the reason why, you need to be very, very clear that, whether the market will hold on or it will not hold on. All those things will be clear if you work more clearly on a multiple time frame chart. If you see a multiple time frame charts, you will get a better picture of what has happened on this particular situation. So that, and you could see, if we could not take any proper decision here, we are stuck now. We are stuck. Yes, we may be having a lot of things that, okay, this is for my long term, this is fine. I am not denying whatever decision you take is fine. But from here to here, when the stock has reacted about what you call almost 5% or 6%, our securities would have reacted 10%, 20%, which is definitely a huge thing, right? And in most of the cases, what is in SPY case, I'll just show you this. What is the support we have given on SPY levels? Okay, you can see the levels we have suggested on SPY. Why? Because whatever correction we wanted, that correction has started. So there is a support which is indicating 298. Okay, all those who have joined this program which is starting on that, in that particular program, I'll be showing you how to use all those things. Okay, I'll show you all those things. But for now, whenever I'm giving this chart with all these levels, try to give some importance to these levels. These are not my levels. Somebody has done some work and he has given that tool for traders to apply and get some better results. So when it was at 324, I alerted, be careful. When it was at 305, I said, this is the support from where again there can be a bounce. Okay. And exactly from there, you can see here 298. What is the support and resistance he asked? I said 298.50 and 323. Now let us go and see what is the low. See the low here. Can you see the low here on the right side? See the low. 298.70 exactly. It's come exactly from there. You could see it has gone up almost $4 or $6. It has gone, which is almost 2%. And when it was at somewhere around 305, when it was here, I alerted saying, be careful. And when it is here, I said it will go here. And this is the support, immediate support. And from there, what is wrong? When we alert here, be careful, book your profit. When we alert, here is a point important. From there, we can again take a long or take a buy. Your work is simple. Whatever alerts and whatever levels are being discussed, that levels, if we follow, it is enough. We need not worry, there is a positive news, there is a negative news, this security is bad, this security is good, fine. If I keep following the levels carefully, your trades go smoothly, and at least you are given to understand that I need to buy here, I need to sell here. Some sort of clarity will emerge for you if you follow these levels, right? So that's why when we are looking in market, try to use multiple charts. If you're using 5-minute chart, then go for 15-minute and 30-minute chart. If you're using 1-minute chart, then use 15-minute, 5-minute, 3-minute, 1 minute. The idea is minimum 3 time frame charts use. That can give you better understanding. Now you may ask me, sir, do you think this is only for the securities? Security in the sense it can be anything. It can be commodity, it can be currency, it can be Bitcoin, it can be anything, it can be stock, anything. But this nature of using 3 time frame chart is common for all the securities. It is not that because I'm just showing on Beyond Meat, it will work only for Beyond. It's not like that. It can be for anything. So you need to know how is the pattern on multiple time frame chart, then take a trade, then your doubts of whether it will work or not can be more clear to us. We cannot say that 100% every trade will be successful, but if we follow certain rules and principles, the success rate can be better. This is my presentation, this is my submission. Okay, so this is what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to explain it to you so that when you're using the charts, you can understand. So what did I teach you now? How to use the chart, how to read a candlestick, how to use multiple time frame chart, how to relate price with volume. All these parameters I have explained. From Monday, try to adopt all these things. See for yourself. You don't have to do on the opening itself. Opening whatever trades you want to do, carry on. After 10, 11 o'clock, when the market cools down, then you start adopting all these things, experience it. Then see the results. If it works better for you, you can continue to do it. If it is not working better for you, maybe you increase one more time frame. If you are using 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, use 1 hour also additionally, or change the security. Maybe the security is in a mad state. We don't know, because of some announcements or something, it may be in a mad state. Avoid it. That can be 1 in 100, right? And you continue with a decent security. These things should do better performance and your trade should be in a better success zone.
Yeah, Vinod, a quick question, Vinod. So I understand. I mean, what you said was really good. I think other question is a lot of people are doing a lot of analysis on 10-day average, 8-day average, 20-day averages. I mean, is that a right method of checking the charts with averages, or like the one you mentioned before, right now?
It's actually a step ahead of this. As
Okay.
we go forward, I'm just trying to simplify your work, and if you come across averages and all, it's more good, right? If you use them, it's more better.
Okay, sure.
One quick question.
Yeah.
So you explained about 5-minute chart. So if I want to trade using 5-minute chart, right? So I think sometimes time may not be sufficient, right, to basically identify the levels and take the positions. So in that case, how we want to do?
Okay. I got your point. So the point is, one thing is you should speed up the entry. That is the first point. Second point is, what you can also do is you can also put something called stop loss buy. Do you understand stop loss buy?
Yeah.
You can use stop loss buy. For example, let us say here, this is a green candle and go down. you can see the volume is better than the red candle volume.
Hmm.
So my view is when this candle is trying to form, it's not yet complete. It's another 1 or 2 minutes left out to complete. And this high, okay, seems to be, let's say 302, 20 paisa, right? I
Yeah.
will buy it here. Once this 5 minutes is over, you take a trade here. You feel that, you know, the stock is so fast, I'm not able to get entry.
Yeah.
What you can do is when you're placing the order 10 cents, 20 cents higher, you can place buy order, limit price. That can
Okay.
help you to enter. But if you are experienced, I'll just show you. If you have experience, what you do is buy, okay? Only if your experience and risk appetite is there, I'll just show you. What you do is you go for a SL.
Yeah, stop loss.
Here you put 202 50 paisa trigger price. Quantity whatever, 100, 10, 1, whatever is your price. This price will be 202 70. Okay, 60 to be safer. Okay, whatever is the quantity, place a buy order. That's it. So what happens is, this is actually done by experienced people. So I don't know where, I don't know about you. So I'm just trying to tell you this. This is what experienced people do. Even most of my students, I suggest the same thing because when it comes to that level, it will take an entry. Okay, I'll just show you one thing on my terminal so that you as a see, one of the securities I was looking at is granules. Okay, here if you take this GTT order, can you see I've placed already on 12th June to buy at 205 some quantity, at 197 some quantity, 201 some quantity, 183 some quantity. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
These are the levels I've defined as the best levels to enter. And I've the orders well in advance. Now tomorrow on Monday, when the market reacts, I don't have to see any candles, nothing. All my homework is already done.
Okay.
Here's the orders, I just relax. When it comes, it will automatically enter. You and I are having problem. Why? Sir, your analysis is excellent. When I study also, I find it excellent. It went perfect. I couldn't enter. This is 50%, 70% of the people, same complaint.
Yeah, because recently I learned this process, whatever you were explaining, recent high, recent low concept. So where I was using this method to trade for intraday, but always there was an anxiety to place the order, at least to get the right entry levels.
Yeah.
So most of the times I would miss that entry, but almost more than 20 or 30 cents above, I would enter to the positions.
Yeah. So what you can do is for a decent quantity, when the security is here itself, you can place a stop loss buy at 10-20 cents higher. So that today what is happening, why you are facing that problem is, one is there is a lot of algo trading taking place. So the systems will pull it faster than you. And even if you place the order, by the time it gets into the system, there is a lack of few seconds. So you miss that trade. Very often you miss that trade. So if you're smart and having some experience and risk appetite, you try to adjust the price and take it a little higher and pick it up. But even sometimes you miss that, you place a GTT order, good till cancel. This is what most of the times I keep doing. But when that executes, no, there will be alarm on the system. There'll be alert. And if I feel comfortable and I want to go for some more quantity, I can adjust and take it fresh. More quantity.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Vinod.
Yeah.
I got your point.
Yeah.
But can this be applied to options?
Yeah, you can apply to options also. You can use even for options 5-minute chart. Those who have joined that 20th June program, I'm going to use charts on options and show you on Bollinger Bands, how to take entry, how to take exit, all those things. So that because options are very, very risky, right? But if you smartly trade, you trade better. Okay, to be smart. There, you'll fix a certain premium strike. I will not fix the strike. The premium will help me to fix the strike. I will not fix the strike. The premium of that particular option will help me to fix the strike. How I do is I take first what is my risk and then define which call I should do or which put I should do. I will define because I'm bullish or bearish on a particular security and I want to take the trade. So I define that and then take which security I should do. In the recent past, we did a program. We just completed a program with some other batch. I gave them this setup of Bollinger Band with the certain premium, and the premium will guide the strike I should take. And then on a Bollinger Band on a 5-minute chart, you should trade this. You don't believe the risk was only 2 rupees. This is in Indian market, right? 2 rupees risk. And the reward was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. In one case, the risk was 5 and the reward was almost, we got 30 points on that in the live market. So the point is, if you take a security of your comfort, of your risk appetite, your comfort of trading improves. Then you go for a bigger thing. You should not be under confusion when you take the trade. Most of us take the trade and we always under stress. Not like that. We take the trade, God will take it to our target. We leave it to God and He will take it. That should be the confidence and sit quiet. Because we have done enough. And if anything goes wrong, I'm ready for it. I prepared because there is nothing else market can do to me. My risk is already I defined. You do whatever you want. You can take this much money from me. I'm prepared for it. You sit tight. It happens better. Even if 5 out of 10 works like that, your losses are lower, your rewards are higher. This is how we should plan. If you see most of the suggestions what I have given, I don't keep on every minute sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. No, use these levels, keep buying and selling. That's it. Blind. It should be blind. Every minute that news has come, I should go short. This news has come, I should go long. Not like that. Okay, today seems to be like this. Good. My view is defined. I'm sure this is going to trouble me today. So what are the levels I should consider to take the trade? And that levels I should use it with proper stop losses and proper risk appetite. That's it. If you feel the things are very uncomfortable, you go to a lower level. For example, what I have given in the case of Beyond Meat, I go to a lower level. Here I've suggested this point is enough for me because from here to here it is almost what nonsense. 324 to 300 is almost 8% down, right? 8 threes are 24, right? So from 324 it's coming to 300, 8% down. What more you want? How do you expect more correction from here? Immediately. It may be later, but at least immediately there will be a pullback. So I would be waiting to take a trade at 290 and 298.50 or 299. I'll be ready to consider taking a trade here. I'm prepared. I'm preparing myself for the trade. I'll take it here silently. I'll not keep on. अरे इधर sell करो, इधर buy करो, $1 को बेचो, $1 को buy करो, वो सब होने वाला नहीं. That is not going to happen. Even here, when it goes 100 points, you may get few points. You may not get all the 100 points. You are anyway going to catch only few points. That's for sure. If market moves 10 points, you will get 1 point. Be clear about it. If it moves 10 points, I'll capture 1 point on an average. So if it is moving $2-3, I'll catch $1, $2 in that. That is not going to happen. Market is not going to allow you to do that. That's for sure. Even if it allows once 100 times, it will take money from you. It will take $2 instead of $1. But when it gives, it will give only $1. That's for sure. Why should I take mental tension? I'll just put my buy here, sell here, sit quiet. If I feel uncomfortable, halfway I'll get out. That's it. Okay, Monday morning, whatever happens, my entries are fixed. In my GTTs, all my entries are fixed. That's it. You should not keep on struggling to fix the levels, place orders, leave it to the. If you spend more time here, your business or your job will be missed. The market is also missed. Both are missed. At finally end of the day, you achieve nothing. So if you do this analysis yourself little early and fix the levels, participate and place your orders, ensure that orders are executed, it's enough for us. If the news or developments are something very serious, maybe you look at it in a slightly different levels or modify the levels, because you'll come to know there's some bad news or some good news. Accordingly, you can manage. Yeah. See that, I think you the program, right? In that Fibonacci and all I'll be explaining, you'll get those levels at that time. Now it's a little difficult to explain. You need to decide what is the low, what is the high, and then put the goal on. I'll explain that, not a place. And Amazon case, I'll just work on that, and then I'll give you the levels, and put it in the group. Okay, so any doubts, any further doubts? I hope everything is fine to all of you. Fine. Sorry? Okay, great. So all those people who have enrolled for the program will be starting next Saturday. You know that, right? I'll be alerting everybody, and I'm going to make a separate group for all the people who have registered for this program. Okay, and all those people will be in that particular group. I'm going to do it on 17th, that is on Wednesday. I'm going to make a group of all the people who have registered. Okay. Those people who still want to register, you can still register. Still for them also there is an offer of 10% off, 21,600 if you pay by 15th June. That is by tomorrow. If somebody who have still wanted to enroll for this particular program, you can do so using all these details.
So is it must to have a day trade account for this one? Like, since I do a general trading, like not options or calls, anything like that.
Not necessary. It is not necessary. Whatever we are doing it, those who are doing for intraday, they will do for a 5-minute and a 15-minute chart. For those people who are having a delivery account, you can use the daily chart, use the same setup. Now, for example, 298 is the best level for a investor. You go and place a buy order at 298, wait for a few days. You can do that. This knowledge, somebody who's doing day trade, you can just exit off in few dollars and come out and just sit quiet. Others, you can wait for some more levels to come through in the next few days and then accordingly book. For you, it is more better because you'll be placing all the orders well in advance, and when the level comes, it will automatically get executed. So thank you guys for coming and joining this session and spending time on this. Those who are yet to wish to enroll, you have still time up to tomorrow to get the offer. Otherwise, still you can enroll up to 20th of June and join this particular program. This particular link of usmentorship.lordathas.com is already provided in your group. However, I'll again place it in the group for you to get more details about the program, which is starting on June 20th. Okay. So how do you find the session now?
It's actually interesting. Because this is what I was always looking for, means speculate the price or analyze the price so that I can entry at the right levels and exit at right levels.
Yeah, that's very important, right? Because whoever is doing, whether day trader or delivery trader, you need to get the right entry and right exit. If you get that, you're done. That's why I keep on talking about levels. If you see all my posts everywhere, whether you're bullish or bearish, doesn't matter. I keep on telling these are the levels, these are the levels, these are the levels. Finally, a trader wants entry and exit. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else.
But I was using recent high and recent low for one day time frame. I never used it for 15 minutes or 1 hour, but today I got to see those levels.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you have some more data, it becomes easy to understand the recent past levels also to make a more better judgment.
No, this gave me some kind of confidence.
Yeah,
To trade.
yeah. Thank you. So we'll keep conducting such webinars every week so that you get more understanding about all these things.
So, this is
Yeah.
Lakshmikant from North Carolina.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I want to join, but I want to do it for what do you call the investing type only, not for options. Number two, it's too busy to have every day for 1 hour, on weekends. It's a lot to comprehend, and so is there any way you can go around it and explain the options about it? I do not want to do options trading though.
Yeah, actually, this is a weekend program, Saturday, Sunday, so that the working day it is not disturbed to you. Two is first topic is on itself is fundamental strategy to select the right stock. You are going to do whether you're going to trade on levels or you're going to trade on options. The security, the selection of the security is important. If you see in the group, only the security I like, I give the levels. If I don't like, if somebody is asking some security levels, I give. Otherwise, I don't give. If I like the security, I give the levels. Because I don't speak about that security at all because I don't understand, right? So that's why first point is selecting the security. Whether you are an intraday trader or whether you are a long-term trader or an investor, doesn't matter. Without selecting the right security, how are you going to trade? Because you're not going to be clear about what is going to happen in that security later. And will it really perform in a decent manner or it is going to be a mad stock? Right? So that is first point which is suitable for you also. It's a weekend program. So you generally can spend some time on that. 2, 3, if you're still not comfortable spending this much time, what we are going to do is we are going to record these sessions like what we are doing now. What are the webinars, whatever webinars we are having now, that webinars are recorded and every webinar we are sharing it to you. Then share it to the people who have enrolled for the program. So at your convenient, you can listen to that and you have a gap of almost 1 week between first 2 sessions and the next set of 2 sessions. So in that 1 week, if you complete these 2 videos or these sessions, what we do on 20th and 21st by 27, 28, you will be in a comfortable position to continue. So you have days time to listen to all these things, even if you miss the session.
But another problem is I've been here for 40 years. So I don't have Indian accounts. So how do you go around that?
You trade in US.
Excuse me?
You can trade in US.
I can trade in US, but to pay you, you ask me to pay only in Indian currency. So
you can pay to, I can send out a number, what do you call, gen number or another account number, account details to you in dollars. You can make that payment to that details. So you can just ping me on the WhatsApp. I can forward those details. That's not an issue. Otherwise, you can also use Zoom. A lot of people have sent me the payment on Zoom. Zoom is this. You can pay in dollars, that will convert into rupees and deliver me.
And also, I'm interested only in the regular stocks, not the options. So you may be going into more into options because most of the clients that you do will be, they are interested in learning about options. So I am not interested in that. So
see, if you learn options, what happens is it will help you to understand what are the expected levels. It is not that, see, the strategies are only this, but these are understanding the situation. Now, somebody who's got very good investment in a particular security, and if the data is suggesting something very drastic. And if you don't, give importance, your portfolio can get into loss.
Yeah, it really helps. You're right. To know the options is better. Yeah, but it goes little bit over the top of the head and it's risky. Two things. That's why.
Yeah. So first understanding options will tell you to help you to make tell you what are the levels, expected levels. I think in a couple of cases I've suggested this is the level, it should not go beyond that. I think last webinar when I did, I said on Monday SPY will move between 300 and 307. It will not go beyond that. It will not go below this. And maximum range also I gave 297 to 310. And you could see on Monday the same thing happened. Now, if that belongs to your security and your analysis, you very well know that what is expected of that particular security, even from a perspective of a few days or few weeks or few months.
I is an index, right? So I just purely do not ETFs or anything. I purely do the stocks. That's the thing. In 22 years, I haven't done that. So I don't go for index.
Yeah, even stocks also have options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm thinking about it. So
fine, no problem. No problem.
But we can attend these webinars without getting into that. It's just to try for some more time.
Okay, sure, not an issue.
Yeah. So I can sign up and I'll be getting into it just to get acquainted a little bit more and decide later on.
Fine. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. So bye guys, catch you later. Thanks a lot for attending this session and attending in a good number at a very short notice. Thanks all.
Thank you, Vinod.
Thanks, Vinod.
Thank you.